Hello, good evening, and I want to welcome everyone for joining. Good to have you all here. Welcome, 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 wherever you're joining from. This is uh, our webinar where we show you how to start YouTube faceless channels and how you can start, grow, and scale your content using AI tools. So, very well, I want to welcome everyone for joining. Glad to have you wherever you are joining us from. Uh, Lovingness up from Enugu, you are welcome. Manners from Abuja, you are welcome. Arinze Enewa, you are very much welcome. So glad to have you here. Discipline Motivation Empire, happy that you are logged in, guys. Yeah, happy you are here. Stephen Joseph from Abia, you are very much welcome. Blessing Achimbong, you are also very much welcome. So good to have you, everyone, here. And without any further ado, we are going to start the webinar. Please, before we go on, do well to make use of the chat. Whatsoever is the points from what we'll be sharing tonight, make sure you share it, all right? Make sure you share it on the chat so that it will be a keynote. Get your notepad ready, probably on your pad or from your notebook. Make sure you get them ready because we are going powerfully tonight. Oluwatobiloba Tinola from Ibadan, you are very much welcome. So happy to have you also on board. So without any further ado, we shall start.
Stop scrolling, watch this story to the end, and learn an important lesson.
See, my young boy, God has given you what you need
So
to
this
make
is
wealth
one
and bring
video that
solution
many
to
of you might
others.
have seen.
You see this kind of
Which was
video
one
getting
thing I
tons of
used
views
in
and it's a dollar
advertising
gold
this
mine through
particular
YouTube
webinar.
monetization.
And
Now
this
I'm
video
holding a
was
free training
created
to show you
using
exactly
AI
how to make
tools.
yours
I'm
within
going to
30
walk you through how
minutes.
you can
Start
create
growing your
something like
faceless YouTube
this
channel
and how
today.
you can
Comment
even
or
do
tap the link
more than
attached
this
to
in
join
the
the
course
training.
of the webinar. All right. So stay tuned, everyone, as we move on.
Are you interested in making money with a YouTube channel where you don't show your face
using
but don't know how to start?
channels.
In this video,
That's
I'm going
your
to show you
face
how to
and
set
you
up a
can get
faceless
thousands of
YouTube
views.
channel from
I'm going to
scratch
show you how you
using
can set
only
this
AI
up from
tools.
scratch.
That's
And
right,
make use
everything
of
from
all
writing
this
scripts to
using AI
voiceovers
from
and even images
scripts to
and videos will be
voiceover,
made by
plays and
AI.
videos.
But before we
And
get
you can
started,
all
let's
do
look at
this
something
with AI.
interesting.
So if
This
this
channel
is
has
something
gotten
you're very
millions
much
of views by
interested
making
in,
short
I'm very
stories that
much
get
happy
people
to welcome
motivated
you
and
on board
inspired.
as we
Just
go
look at these
through
videos,
this
9 million
webinar.
views,
There are many
6.4
videos you see
million views,
online
and
that they are making
5.2 million
tons of
views.
views,
This
millions of
channel is
views
making
without showing their face.
$8,800 a
And they are
month.
making a
You might be
lot of
asking, is it
money.
too late to start a
And
YouTube
it's not
channel
too
like
late for you
this?
to start.
Not at
So
all.
I'm going
Here's
to show
why.
you how
Take a
you
look
can
at this new
also do
channel.
this
It's only
and
been around for
start
3
yours
months, but it
this
already
month.
has
Make
over
this a
10,000
starting point
subscribers.
for you.
And this video
And
was
you can
posted
start
just a
growing your
month ago and
subscribers,
already has over
start getting a lot of views,
486,000
start getting a
views.
lot of videos.
Without further ado,
Using just your smartphone, or if you have a laptop, you can also make use of the laptop as well. And you can get all this done without spending any amount. So I'm going to share all this in this webinar, and I welcome you all once again. All right. Please, in the course of the webinar, if you have any question, do well to ask, do well to share your questions in the webinar, and I will do well to also answer all of them. So major tools that we are going to use include Grok AI, Gemini AI, ChatGPT, which some of you already have access to. We are going to run through all of them today. So without any further ado, I'm going to start the tutorial, one of which I used in creating this some of these videos. Also, let me try to share with you how we can get started. All right. So let me get started with this. Okay. So once you go to ChatGPT, all right, you can run this on your phone. I would just advise just follow through as I go through this tutorial so that I can walk you through. If you have any question, please do what to do. So you go to ChatGPT and you type your script. Now, in this particular scenario, I'm just simply going to make use of a voice for my particular a particular voice for this particular tutorial that I'm running you through. So we choose one of my accounts in order to be able to log in, and then we will run the script. So for us to be able to generate a very, very laudable video, that will make use of our AI generated assets and then be able to get this done. All we have to do is just run it through ChatGPT. So I want to select one of my accounts right now and use that to get started with this tutorial. Okay, so please just do what to follow me along as I run you through. All right, so instead of typing a text, I will just run a voice for this particular tutorial. So I'm telling ChatGPT now to run a particular script that actually simulates Cinderella story in an African setting. All right, so a Cinderella story in an African setting, and it should ensure that it generates the script not too long because I want it to just be a 30 seconds video. So you should generate that video within 30 seconds. And so I ran that text using audio. So you can also use your audio microphone to actually instruct ChatGPT on how to do this. Okay, you can use ChatGPT to run instead of just typing it out, you can just use your voice. So in this particular aspect, I'm using my voice to tell ChatGPT what to do. Okay. All right. So let's just wait a few seconds for that to be done, and ChatGPT will type out the instruction that I've just given it. Okay, so it's giving me two responses for the story script, response one or response two. In my points, when I go to response one, talking about 19th century story scripts. Okay, someone called response two, from ashes to Afin, 19th century, a lady named Adoni, clothed in rags at the King's Festival. Mm, okay, and at the palace, the prince heard her laughter. So, for those of you just joining, this actually just simulating Cinderella story, but I'm using it in African scene. Going back to the version one, I'm not so impressed by what version one is showing me. Saying, yeah, Je, bless that with calabash to silk, dust to light. I'm not so impressed by this version one. I'm not so impressed. I think version 2 is better. Version 2 is better. At the King's Festival, Faith intervened. An old woman blessed her with shimmering ashoba and courage teach from hope. I prefer that. So let's go with version 2, okay? Let's go with version 2. So this is the story that we are going with from version 2. This is the story I'm going with from version 2. From ashes to Afin. That Afin basically means palace in Yoruba. Alright, so we are working with a lady called Adoni, and by day she sweeps ashes, and by night she whispers prayers to the moon and her ancestors. And at the King's Festival, Faith intervened, and an old woman blessed her with streaming ashoba and courage stitched from hope. At the palace, the prince heard her laughter before he saw her soul. I think this is just perfect for what I needed to do. I think this is just perfect for what I needed to do. I think the story crafted it. So you can see, instead of before we used to hire freelancers to write story scripts for us, and that takes days to do. But now you can easily achieve this with just AI prompts and get this certainly done. All right, get this certainly done with just your mobile phone. I'm making use of mobile phone because many of you will make use of mobile phone. And many people always feel that it's until they have a system before they can do YouTube channels. I want to show you tonight that that is wrong. You can actually use your phone to generate this thing. Okay. All right. So this is the story that ChatGPT has generated for us, because I also instructed to generate it as a prompt. So it's able to break down the prompt into scenes. Okay, so using African scenes, 2, 3, okay, like that it's going. All right, this is good enough. I think this is good enough. Okay, this is good enough. So it's able to generate it also into different prompts. So these prompts, I'm going to be copying them and bring them into my image generation tool. So we have different kind of image generation tools. You can use ChatGPT tool, but I really don't really like ChatGPT for this image. For script writing, I like ChatGPT. But for my image generation tool and video generation tool, I'm going to use another tool called Grok. All right, so I'm going to go to Grok AI, and that is where I'm actually going to use for this particular tool. All right, so I'm going to go to Grok AI, and I'm going to use this Grok AI to generate my video. So I'm going to paste the particular prompt I copied from ChatGPT. I'm going to paste it right into Grok AI and ask it to generate the video for me. All right, so I just need to give it few seconds, and it's going to generate that particular video. You can see that I'm running all this through on my mobile phone. So for some people that might be thinking, how can I do this with my mobile phone? Or you are thinking you must have a laptop before you can do this. It's not so. You can actually generate all this with your mobile phone. All right, so it's rightly generating the video right now, and we just have to wait for it to finish generating the video. Okay, so this is the particular first scene of the Adoni lady, the young lady, uh, you know, narrating our humble background and how she's running it. Okay, so I think this is good enough. In Grok AI, you can also try to upscale your video. So let me do that right away. Upscale your video and then try to download it. So when you upscale it, it gives you higher resolution. So as much as possible, you want to upload your videos to YouTube with highest resolution as much as possible, because when you get the high resolution, that is going to give your video the best shot and give it a wider view as well. So try to get the highest resolution as much as possible and then download to your mobile. So without any further ado, I'm also going to just right away download this to my mobile. I'm going to download this to my mobile and then get this done right away. Okay, so as well, try, like I mentioned, now you can see on my video that the video now is in HD. So that HD means high definition. So try to get your video in the highest definition. So another thing I want to share with you is that in this particular video, I instructed the prompt not to give it a voiceover. Reason being that I'm going to use another tool, AI tool, to generate my voiceover. So I don't want the characters to be generating any voice. I just want it to be as straightforward as possible here. All right. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and copy the second prompt from ChatGPT. I'm going to copy the second prompt right away from ChatGPT. So let me go back to that prompt that I asked it to do. The story of Adunin. I'm going to go to the second prompt. Let me scroll down. I need to copy the second prompt, copy it, and then bring it back to Grok AI and then paste that same prompt. Just give me a second. I'll be right back on that. So go back to Grok AI and then copy it. So kindly just follow the way I'm running this through step by step, and you'll be able to see that these things are not rocket science. They are things that you can actually readily do with your phone. I just want to be ensure that the video is downloaded at this particular point, and once it's downloaded, I can just bring it back into Grok AI and then move on. All right, just give me a little second. Okay, so I've confirmed that the videos have been downloaded to my local device. So let me move on. So now that the videos are downloaded to my local device, I can copy another prompt. Note also that I used a style, and the style is that it should be 3D animated. Okay, so you might notice that in my prompt, I instructed it to be 3D animated. So when you're instructing your AI tool, ensure that some of these things, some might use pixel style, some might use realistic style, but I just prefer the animated style for this particular video. So I copy it and ask Grok AI to generate another scene for that particular video. Okay, so let's wait for it to finish generating. Okay, I love this particular scene. So this particular scene is symbolizing where the ancestor actually impacted that with new change of clothing. Alright, so this story actually is very thoughtful. It also symbolizes that irrespective of how small your beginning might be, your later end can be great. So just keep on believing, and someday you will. This is something I really love about this story. So I'm going to upscale the video. I'm going to upscale the video and then definition, I can also go ahead and then download it. Alright, so let me go through the story back again, and then I go to the part 3 of it. Alright, so this part 3 is talking about the Quiz Festival. So I'm going to run through what happened at the Quiz Festival, and then we also run through that particular video and then generate. So the same way that we've been generating the previous prompt, we also generate. Now, this is not the only tool you can use. We also have some other tools like Playground AI, we have VO3, we have Sora that also generate videos. But I just prefer Grok AI for this particular purpose, and then Grok does not have watermark, right? At least for now, Grok AI is largely free. It can generate up to 30 images for free per day. So you can use it for your journey, except you are using Pi where you need to upgrade. But if not, you can still use this for your particular purpose. So let's use this for the purpose of this tutorial, and then we shall continue. So now we are moving on. I can download it in the high definition and also download it to my drive. Okay, so let's go back to the number 4, love at first saw, about the prince. So I'll go back to that also, and I will also try generating that in Grok AI. So as you can see, Grok AI is actually very useful for this purpose, as far as it's not something too complex, something that you can actually readily use, and it will generate what you need for you. It's not too complex to use, just the prompt. And once you're able to get your prompt right, it will give you your desired results. So the idea of all these faceless YouTube video we are doing is that by the time you are generating these videos easily, you can see within 30 minutes we'll be done with this particular video as a short that we can readily upload on our YouTube channel. Alright, so this is the third scene that is generating for us, and right away I'll just go ahead and scale it so that I can also be able to download this on my phone. Eventually I'm going to blend all these videos together. Alright, I'm going to blend all of them together so that I can use CapCut. You can use CapCut, you can use InShot, but in my own particular case I'm going to use CapCut to blend all these two scenes together and get them into a final video. So you are all going to see all this very shortly. So just follow along with me, and if you have any question or thing of it, do well to share them in the chat. So within few seconds, again, this should be done. Alright, so you can command also your Grok to have what we call close shot, wider shot, and all that. So you can use that to state what you want. You can use video shots. Close shot is like you want it to be very close to the person. You can use wider shot. Wider shot is that you want it to be farther from the person. So you can also use all those little prompts to instruct your AI to on what particular form it should take in giving you your final result. So, but in this particular scene, I'm using close shot. Alright, and so this is just a quick render. For consistent characters, there are some other tools that we are going to use. Right, there are tools that we call Whisk AI. So Whisk AI can get us consistent characters, but because this is just a quick demo, I don't want it to take more than 30 minutes. So that is the reason why I'm just using this. So if you want consistent looks, use Wix AI, right? But this just gives you a very quick demo on what you can do. So there are other tools that you can use also apart from Grok AI. So you can use Whisk AI. Whisk AI also allows you to generate videos. Alright. So Whisk AI as is by Google, but it has that particular component. So if you use Whisk AI can generate you the image, it can also generate you the video. So you can use that. So let's use the last prompt and then we generate the video. Okay. So this particular last prompt is talking about how you can use the video how when the lady is about running away, from the prince. So this is a particular scene. So another thing I want you to know is that if you go through your scene, you can adjust it as much as possible. You can adjust it as much as possible. So just try to see the one that works perfectly well for your particular need. So if it's not working well, just reprompt it and it's going to generate you another particular scene. So let me see how this one goes and then we can use it finally for my final generation. But this is not really giving me too much of what I need. So let me try regenerating it again. Anyway, it looks good, but what I intend is that you should be leaving the prince behind, not actually seeing this prince ahead. So I can prompt it that way and ask it to regenerate. Okay, so this time around is upscaling so that it can give me a very sharp video. Okay, so once you have your HD, all right, like I mentioned, try to ensure that you make your video as HD as possible so that it can give you a sharp image. If you are not convenient with the first run, you can regenerate again and ask it to generate your other prompt again. So I'm trying to instruct you to generate another video for me, and let's see how it comes out. So that same particular prompt generating. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so it's trying to generate the scene. Remember that Grok AI really gives you a limit of 0.8 seconds. So every frame you have should be limited to that. It just gives you 0.8 seconds. Eventually, you are going to use a particular video editing tool like CapCut or InShot or Viva Video. These ones are readily available on your phone. You can use CapCut. Can someone help us type that in the chat? CapCut, InShot, or Viva Video. You can use that to get your videos scripts together. If you are using laptop, CapCut is also available on laptops. So you can use CapCut also. You can use CapCut to generate the video on your laptop. Another app I use on my own laptop is Wondershare Filmora. Wondershare Filmora also does a very good work. Then another one we also use is Adobe Premiere Pro. Adobe Premiere Pro also does a very good work. Adobe Premiere Pro also does a very good work. Adobe Premiere Pro also does a very good work. So you can use any of these tools to generate your video, okay? And then bring all those little scripts, all those clips that you have, bring them all together and then bring them into your video editor and generate your final video. So you can use this. As you can see from what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to reprompt the script so that it can give me a very, very, very good final video. But though it's somehow still hanging, but then I'm still not getting the perfect scene that I actually intend. So you also can see the way I'm trying to regenerate it and trying to get the right scene. So if you are not convenient, if you are not okay with the first prompt that ChatGPT generates, just reprompt and try it again until you get that perfect scene. All right, until you get that perfect scene. So that's what I expect everyone to do. Just keep reprompting until you get that perfect scene. Let's watch this and let's see how it goes. Yeah, this looks a little more realistic, but I expect Aduni, who is our main character in this particular scene, to be running away from the prince and not stopping. That's the only issue I still have with this scene. I expect her to be running away from the prince, not like the prince we saw them prepare. So let's still look at this again and try to see what we can improve in this particular scene. So if you can edit your prompt from Grok AI, you can edit it and instruct it to give you another particular view or another particular action in the video. So once you instruct it like that, all you have to do is just send it again instruct it again to generate the prompt, and it's going to just do right that. So these are things that I want you all to look at, consider, and explore. It does not have to be a one act story. You can even use ChatGPT, Grok AI as a case to even instruct it to say, generate me sample script. So if you don't have a particular story in mind, the story I'm using in this particular case study is the story of Cinderella, but now in the Nigerian Yoruba setting. So you can also instruct it to generate for you in another or an entire different story. So it can give you different story. Another good thing about storytelling niche is that storytelling niche are evergreen. It's easy for you to produce, one video per day. You can be able to produce one video per day consistently. You will really realize that your videos will really grow a lot. And I also must mention that when you are starting out as a newbie, for your first videos, you may not get any view. Alright, you may not get much views, but with consistency and with your persistence, once you keep growing, it takes time for the algorithm to recognize you. But what used to happen to many newbies, why many people say that YouTube does not work, is that by the time you post one or two, you stop. And maybe that one or two, you even have like 15 days, 30 days interval. You stop and you say, this thing is not working. You've not been consistent enough to give the algorithm enough time to recognize you as a value adding script. That is what happened. But by the time you consistently post, and I'm also mentioned that your post also should be quality. What will make people engage? What will make people carried along? And that is one reason why we'll also be trying to organize a full training, because I can't explain everything right now on this webinar, but there's going to be a full training where you can actually take all this step by step, and we'll also have my mentorship where I can also be able to put you through. But when you're seeing all these things, you need to have a timeline for yourself. Okay, I want to be posting, even if it is one per week that you want to be posting, which is the least I recommend for any serious YouTube creator. The least you should stick to should be at least one per week. If you can go for one per day, that is actually the absolute best. So if you can go for one per day, that will be the best for you to go with. All right, so please ensure that you also do this. Okay, as good as this, as beautiful as this particular scene looks like, it's giving me a kind of Indian Asia vibes, which is really not what I want. So I have to reprompt it again and try to instruct it to generate what I have to instruct it again to regenerate. This is not really giving me particular vibes that I want. So I have to regenerate it again. Alright. So the tool I'm particularly using here is Grok AI. Don't forget. You can also use Whisk AI. You can use Google Flow to generate your video. For your ad script, you can use ChatGPT. You can use Claude also to generate your script. That's your story. So just tell ChatGPT how long you want your script to go. All these prompts were generated by ChatGPT. I just have to copy it and paste it. If I need anything to edit, I can easily edit it. You can see the way I'm editing it. So it's not immediately that you give it the prompt that will be perfect. There are some things that you might need to revamp. So I want it to be specific African style, and that's what I just edited and I'm expecting it to generate. For laptop users, you can use um, CapCut. CapCut is also on laptop, so you can download it as a software. You can download CapCut. You can use Filmora for those of you that know Wondershare Filmora, or you can use Adobe Premiere Pro. Adobe Premiere Pro also gives you very sharp results, but CapCut is free. CapCut has a free version. If you want to go for their premium tool, it's also available, or you can just start with their free version, and that also will give you basically. So, but if you are maybe an Android or iPhone user, you can just simply stick with CapCut, InShot, or Viva. Those are things I recommend for Android. Alright. Okay. So let's look at this again and see a way we can revamp it. Eventually, I'm going to blend all this together and show you again. For anyone that is not watching, you'll be able to have access to the recording after live. So just be patient. You have access. You have access. Apparently, this still gives me the best of what I want. This particular one gives me the best of what I want. This particular scene, I think it just gives me the very best of what I want. So I'm going to eventually go with this. I think this really captures it fine. This really captures what I want. So I'm going to go with this. I'm really going to go with this. I think this one answers. So here shows the king at the back, and shows admin, who is Cinderella in our case, going. So I'm going to absolutely go with this. I think this is just absolutely best. Now for voiceover, without wasting time, for voiceover, I'm going to use 11 labs. All right. So I'm going to use 11 labs for my voiceover. So 11 labs is a app on your phone that you can use. All right. 11 labs is a software too, so you can go online, just tap 11 labs. So 11 labs, one reason why I like it is that it makes use of African voices, even though it has a limit on its free version, but you can still use it. But if you are using laptop, one you can use is Microsoft Clipchamp. You can use Microsoft Clipchamp for African voiceovers. If you are looking for American voiceovers, there are many tools, right? There are many tools that use that. But for this particular one, I just prefer this. This one actually captures it more better, and it relates in what you can do. So search for 11 labs on Google, or use Microsoft Clipchamp if you are using your laptop. It will give you African voiceovers. So on 11 labs, there's a particular African voice that I use. There's one called Joe. There's one called Christiana. Joe is a male African voice. So I prefer that. I really prefer that for my voiceover. All right. I really prefer that for my voiceover. And if it's a female voiceover, I'll just go with Christina. I'm going to go with Christina. So let's hope that works. Okay, so just give me a minute. I'm trying to get my 11 labs to generate this particular voice over and read it out. So in few seconds you should do that, and then to go. So use 11 Labs or Champ for voiceovers. If you don't mind using American voices, you can use Google AI Labs for voiceover as well. Then InShot also has voiceover. CapCut also has voiceover. All right, CapCut also has a voiceover. So you can use CapCut also for your voiceover, and that also will capture it well. You can use CapCut for your voiceover. CapCut does a very good work when it comes to voiceover. But then it usually has American tone. So, but like I mentioned, if you are going for African tone, I'll prefer that you go with 11 Labs because 11 Labs has African voices that you can use. Okay, so just a few seconds and this will be done. Without wasting that, I'm just going to show you a final video that I was able to generate with this, and you're gonna see how everything comes together. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you the next step that we're going to do. So you can see Joe voice, that's a African male voice, and then Christiana is a female professional voice that you can also see on 11 Labs, and you can use those voices to generate your voiceover. Okay.
They called her
Okay,
Dust,
so this is the
but
final
Destiny knew
video
her name. In a
generated.
19th century Yoruba
Let's see
land,
how everything comes
Aduni
together.
swept ashes by day and prayed to the ancestors by night. Then, on the eve of the king's festival, magic answered, clothed in royal.
Wow, can you see that? That's interesting. So see how the story runs. This is
They
Aduni,
called
our
her Dust,
Cinderella girl,
but Destiny knew her
showing her
name.
humble
In a
background.
19th century
The
Yoruba
old
land,
woman
Aduni swept
coming to her
ashes by
aid
day
and
and prayed to
dressing
the
her up in
ancestors
a
by
royal
night.
garment.
Then, on the eve of the king's festival,
In the
magic
next scene, you
answered.
see her walking
Clothed
into
in
the
royal splendor, she
royal
stepped into the
palace.
palace, and one laugh
Okay,
stopped a
this is
prince's
beautiful.
heart when
Then now you
midnight
see
stole
her leaving
cages
her
from rags
slippers
to
and
the
running
offing.
away.
This is how destiny
Awesome and
remembers her.
beautiful. Awesome. Now I think with this you are able to have a glimpse of how all these things come together. All right. So for my video editing, I actually use CapCut for my video editing to bring everything together. But because of time, I won't be able to take you through all these particular steps. So the major steps is that you also be able to learn how to use this and be able to go ahead and make this use of this for your images and for your videos. All right. So some of the tools are already dropped in the chat. So if you missed any of the tools that were shared earlier, do well to go through the video. Do well to go through the chat. Mention of the tools are also the tools have been mentioned, right? So you can use to get what you need, and you can see how we all have been able to make use of this for faceless channels. So a quick one, I'm going to show you some channels right away and show you how well these channels are doing and how you also can be among the numbers, how you can also start your own faceless channel, and then how you can start growing it. So I'm going to show you all that in a GV, right? I'm going to show you all that in a GV right away. And then, so let me share my screen and show you some of these things, right? That in a so let me share my screen things. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see trying to show you. Okay, all right. So I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so this is one particular channel, right? This is one particular channel. You can see African Folktale channel, and you can see they have 10, just with 18 videos. They have over 10,000 subscribers, right? And these are simple videos that have been done on this channel. You can see just within 2 hours ago, 544 views. 10 days ago, 31,000 views. These are things that you guys can do. You can easily achieve this either with your phone or with your laptop, just using the same kind of steps that I've just run you through in this short webinar. 13 days ago, over 33,000 views. 10 days ago, 31,000 views. 2 hours ago, 5. So you can see, because people like this, consuming this kind of content, YouTube pushes out your content to many more people without showing your face. You can achieve this. African Folktale Nation. So these are things that you all can do. Let me show you another one. Army Stories. I also have one of these channels, so you can also see what I've also been able to achieve, even with um, my channel. I have four active YouTube channels at the moment, two-faced, two faceless. So I also create stories like this, and I create for my audience, because folktales are trending right now, and with just very few views, you can see 8 videos, right? 8 videos. This particular channel is making between 1,000 to $3,000 a month, because YouTube pays you per views, right? This is over 8,000 subscribers, and you can see the kind of videos they are using. You can see the kind of stories, and these are stories that you all can easily create with ChatGPT and with AI tools, and start creating this kind of videos. So interesting thing about YouTube is that YouTube has the highest grossing income social platform that you can get. While there are platforms like TikTok and Facebook that are also trying to compete in that same space, they're also monetizing their content. But up to now, YouTube still pays you more. YouTube has that highest monetization capacity. So if you are looking at going into faceless channels, I will tell you that this is just the best time to get started, and also start with this kind of platform. So create your channel and start creating videos consistently. See another person with 11 videos, over 2,000 subscribers, and this particular channel is making between $350 to $750 a month. Imagine how that much that is. And interestingly, by the time you come back here in the next 2 months, this particular subscriber would have gotten to almost like 10,000 subscribers, and more, with more videos and with more reach. So see the kind of stories. The spoiled daughter who disgraced her parent, billionaire CEO. You all can achieve things like this with just the kind of prompts and teaching I'm also creating for you, right? So some of you have seen some of my recent stories. Also, those kind of stories, I generated them with AI tools, and these are things that you can do. You don't. It's not a rocket science. They are things that you can readily do with your smartphone and with your laptop. If you do have a laptop, it will really make your work easy. So these are things you all can do. I must tell you that YouTube is one of the grossing highest business model right now. Interestingly, you don't need you don't need a lot for you to get started. With just your mobile phone, you can definitely get started. With your laptop, you can get started. There are channels like affiliate marketing, or even drop shipping, or crypto trading. Many others will require an upfront commitment, like you have to invest some money. But this one, you don't need your money. ChatGPT is free, CapCut is free, InVideo is free, Grok AI is free, and even YouTube itself is free. So you don't have any excuse to get this done. So if you are sleeping on this, I will advise you that this February, make the best use of it. Jump on it. There are lots of opportunities that you can use to start turning your YouTube into an online ATM, and you can start doing that right now. All right, you can start doing that right now. So if you are willing and ready for us to also go ahead and take you a step further, you really want to grab your opportunity and your attention to join our smart AI inner circle. So if you want us to hold you by the hand, you want to join my mentorship program, where instead of just a 30 to 45 minute session that we are having right now, you want me to hold you by the hand and put you through how to do this, such that in the next 2 to 3 months, you can be earning $350, $1,000, and you know how much that is in naira in your local currency. Practically speaking, $350 is worth over 700,000 naira per month, and you can easily gross this provided you are able to do the work. All right. So these are things that we also cover. We also cover how to create thumbnail, how to do your initial scripts, how to do the voiceover in the inner smart AI cycle. That's for those that are willing and ready to join the smart AI creator circle. So if you are one of them, I will join you to sign up today, because that is actually where we will break these things down step by step, run you through, and be able to get you all the benefits that you are looking for. So uh this is the next cash cow. All right, this is the next cash cow. Creating videos like this, that's the next cash cow, and that is how you also can start brazen.
Are you
So if you are
interested in making money with a
business
YouTube channel where you don't show your face but don't know how to start? In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a faceless YouTube channel from scratch using only AI tools. That's right, everything from writing scripts to voiceovers and even images and videos will be made by AI. But before we get started, let's look at something interesting. This channel has gotten, just look at these videos, 9 million views, 6.4 million views, and 5.2 million views. This channel is making $8,800 a month. You might be asking, is it too late to start a YouTube channel like this? Not at all. Here's why. Take a look at this new channel. It's only been around for 3 months, but it already has over 10,000 subscribers. And this video was posted just a month ago and already has over 486,000 views. Without further ado,
we'll be taking you through that step by step. So enjoy the course. So without paying anything for money, you can see all the benefits that we have for you. So you get access to how you can monetize these things and earn. So even if you're in Nigeria or you're in Ghana, you can be earning dollar and convert it to your local currency. So it's a 4-week implementation program basically, and we are starting this February. So I want you to join in. The module 1 is basically our faceless mastery. So we are going to run you through how you can use faceless niche and discover high hidden CPM, all right, without ever being on camera. So we have a lot of niche, but the one I'm concentrating on is the storytelling, and it's an evergreen niche. You can always have stories to tell. But if you have been someone, maybe you've been creating content before on YouTube or other social media, you can also continue using your niche, all right. And we will try to put you through how you can captivate your niche and capitalize on it and use it also to grow on YouTube. There are lots of tools that we use, and we'll be showing you each of those ones in detail. In the module 2, we are going through the algorithm hacker. So that's how you can grow organically on YouTube. You don't without paying for ads, how you can grow organically on YouTube, how you can scale. For some of you that might know, we have some hacks and tools that we use like vidIQ, TubeBuddy. All these ones help us get keyword research done, and then we use them to dominate YouTube SEO. All right, so you can from zero to being monetized, how you get your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in record time, because it's once you reach this landmark that YouTube gets to invite you to YouTube partner program, and then they will start monetizing your videos per heart. So we will run you through how you can get this started on this, how you can create thumbnails in Canva, how you can generate auto captions and voiceover. We're also going to run you through this. And most important of all is the community advantage that you have. All right. So in the community advantage, we have our weekly hangout. So you can ask your question. You get my mentorship, and not only mine, also others that are very good in this journey. You get to ask us questions, you get to us to hold you by the hand, you get community support, so you also see what other people are doing and how you can be inspired by the journey. Because I must tell you, if you do this thing alone, if you get to a point, you easily get tired. But the journey is not for the weak, but it's for the relentless. So if you are one person that is relentless and you are willing and ready to actually take this thing to the next level, I will enjoin you to get started. So in very interesting thing I need to let you know is that there are various ways to get paid in with this AI, and by the time you know it, you see that you will be able to earn over 100 percent of what you have actually invested today. So for fast action takers, those that are going to pay within 24 hours, I'm going to give you access to CapCut Pro. I don't have many access. I only have about 10 slots that people that I can share access with on my CapCut Pro. So if you make a payment tonight, you are going to get access to this CapCut Pro. All right. I also give you access to 100k Reels bundle. Those are scripts clips that you can see. 100k Reels bundle. Those are scripts clips that you can see and you can get inspired for, and you can also use in your videos. I'm also going to access to ChatGPT Pro, and now you can start mastering it to create your script. So the ChatGPT free is good, but if the free one is that good, how superb is the pro? Sometimes even if you generate some script on ChatGPT free, you'll notice that this is an AI tool. But I will teach you how you can use ChatGPT Pro to generate scripts that don't even look AI. They are going to look like they are human. I'm going to teach you all that in the inner course. But please note that bonuses are only for those that subscribe tonight, including cover templates for you to do your thumbnail, your channel art. I'm going to run you through all that. So the URL is seller.com/AI creator. So if you are trying to get it, that is the URL for you to use. Seller.com/smart AI URL. It's going to take you to that particular website, and you are going to get access to this. Tonight, the investment you are just going to do is just simply 5,000 naira only. For those that are willing and ready to do it, because it's if I price it at 50,000, it's even a super steal. But we are making commitment fee for those that are actually willing and ready to do this. All right. So if you are willing and ready to do this tonight, I enjoin you to take action. I enjoin you to take action and start your journey tonight. So do well to pay in. Click on that logo, that icon. Go there, make your payment, and once you make your payment, you'll be redirected. Note that for the fast action bonuses, those are just for those that pay tonight. It's not for everyone. It's just for those that are very intentional and those that are ready to take this to the next level. So if you are ready to take this to the next level, I enjoin you to join on this tonight. It's going to help you and get access tonight. All right. So with that said, I'm going to also share with you, for those that stay tuned to the night, a lot of things, and I'm also going to answer questions for those that have questions. So if you have any question, please do well to drop it in the chat. Do well to drop it in the chat. So I want to share with you guys 3 ways you can monetize your YouTube channel. 3 ways you can monetize your YouTube channel. Number one is the YouTube AdSense, which many of you already know. The YouTube AdSense is the one that pays you per views, per 1,000 views. All right, it pays you per 1,000 views. So if you are getting like $5 CPM, that means that you are getting $5 per 1 mil of views. So the more the views you get, the more the money you make. So that's the reason why you want to ensure that your YouTube content grows. And something very interesting about YouTube is that the video you create today, even in 1 week's time, in 1 month's time, that video will still be generating you a lot of income. A lot of income. All right, a lot of income. So aside the YouTube partner program, you can affiliate for people and offer their link in your description, and then when the people that are viewing it pay, gets paid. One of my channel like that I actually basically use play marketing to get it on. So even before I reached the benchmark of monetization, I was already making money by channel through affiliates. Some of things also teaching in course how you can actually go through all this and make the best out of it. All right, go through all this and see value in it. The next I want to share with you guys is how you can also use sponsorship, brand sponsorship. So the more you grow on your YouTube channel, the more many people will get to know you. And you can use brand sponsorship to be able to promote your video and get people to like your channel, get to promote you and tell they will start coming to you and say, can you promote this for us on your channel? And they will pay you all to grab these things and get started today. So if you're interested in making money with your YouTube channel without showing your face, this is the best time to get started. And this is the best time. Once the video you create today will still generating income for you in months and years to come. So do well to grab this opportunity. Don't give room for the value of the spare. Don't give room for reluctance. And if you are
Are
someone
you
that is
interested in making money with a
ready
YouTube
to
channel where you
actually
don't
take
show
this
your
by the
face
horn,
but don't know how
go
to start?
into this and
In this
take it
video, I'm going to show
irrespective
you
of
how
the
to set up a
channel that you want
faceless
to
YouTube
start
channel from
with.
scratch
Your story
using
channel,
only AI
and you want to
tools.
start making
That's right,
monthly
everything from
earnings
writing
this.
scripts to
Do well
voiceovers and
to
even
join
images and
our
videos will be made
inner
by AI.
circle.
But before we get
The link will
started,
be
let's
dropped
look
in
at something
description,
interesting.
and I hope that
This
you
channel is just months ago and already has 486,000 views.
Thank you for being
Further
here and
ado,
take care of yourself. Let's get started and join our inner circle.